Hoi hoi, it's louisity again, and for this video I'm going to be doing a rereading vlog of The Last Olympian by Rick Riordan. Hooray! So, this is the last book in the Percy Jackson the Olympian series. Finally, this is the final ride, the final straw, and hopefully that this final book, my rereading experience will be great. So yeah, it's been a journey, and here we are towards nearing the end. So, let's begin rereading The Last Olympian by Rick Riordan.
Open eye, feel the waves cut through me, hypnotized by the sounds I'm breathing.
So here's a reading update with y'all with my messy hair. So I have already read the first few chapters of The Last Olympian by Rick Riordan, and I must say that things went quite quick. It's like boom, action packed right away, and I find it odd because I'm not sure if I'm liking it or not, because I feel like I was hoping to have a little bit more like progress or some like more brewing or rising action, but all of a sudden Beckendorf came and boom, like it's action time. And also there's gonna be some grief, so just a warning for y'all. And there's again another scene wherein Percy and his dad Poseidon talked about like what happened to the demigods who joined Kronos and like their destinies. So something that can make you contemplate about certain things about people when we think about people choosing choices that are different from what we believe. So that's another thing. And I like the fact that I read this chapter during Father's Day, so it's kind of like great to see, the little bonding of Poseidon and Percy. So again, here's my message here because it's quarantine and still kind of not exactly the safest thing to go outside. So I'll catch folks later.
I'm breathing in. Hold tight, chemicals collide. Hold tight, hold tight, hold tight. Dripping lights paint the skies, all because of you. Dripping lights paint the skies, only you can make me.
So, just to give you an update, Camp Half-Blood is really chaotic right now, and I mean like so sorry for the shakiness of the camera, but there's a scene here where Percy talks about his attraction to Annabelle, and that was just super cute. It is indeed super cute. Okay, so another reading update. Now, I actually put an Instagram story, of course, in my Instagram account, and that was because I read this part where Percy confronted Linnaeus, who happens to be one of the elders. Now, they were talking about Grover. Okay, I was about to say Glover. Oh my god, I got really tongue-tied with that one. And yeah, he was like really intense, when he told Linnaeus to be a leader, like go lead. That was just super intense confrontation, Percy. That was super intense, I'm telling you. And I hope you folks read it and feel what I feel, or rather what I felt. Okay, so and then we also get to meet Luke's mom, which I kind of forgot, while looking back, but when I reread the scene when they're about to go to the underworld and where they met Grover, I kind of remembered it. And also they met another goddess, the goddess of heart, which I think means home from what I understand. So we'll see how all these things turn out, And Nico and Percy get to bond each other. And for those of you folks who have been involved in different Percy Jackson fandom groups, you kind of know already the spill or the you know, the situation. And yeah, actually, we'll see how, they're as if directly they showed it, or maybe they showed it in different ways that it isn't usual. So I'll catch folks later. Cool. So here's another reading update because we are cool just like that. So I think the scenes are just getting more intense, and I am loving it so far. I love it's pumping out and getting your feels and just making you feel certain things, like that's what a book should do. Anyway, I like that scene where Percy was between like the Hudson River and the East River. It was synthesized, and the way that they presented this scene was really brilliant. How they were able to, picture out the situation, and and I think the characters were able to add spice with the narrative. And what else can I say? Oh, and also that scene where, they mentioned about Blackberry, for you all know, folks, this book was written in 2009, and Blackberry was a thing back then. Oh my goodness, my age is like kind of coming out. But anyway, and I'm definitely looking forward of how, I've said it so many times, and I'm still looking forward about what's going to happen next. So I'm about to eat dinner right now, so catch folks. Cool. I just want to say these. Selena, the way that she said about that she's going to talk to Clarice, and I'm guessing she's going to do some charm speak in order for her to get to War. That was awesome, and I think Typhon is about to put me to sleep. So folks, let me give you a little bit of a reading update. Now, the battle's really getting more intense, and the scenes are just so intense, we got to like find out about what happened to Nico's mother, and that was just like something that's gonna make you shook. And as well as with what happened to Luke's mother, May Castellan, and all the skills that she has and what happened to her is just, so mind blowing. And we got to see Rachel again. So she's back from the Virgin Islands, US Virgin Islands. She is back in New York City. So catch folks later. Wow. Okay, so we get to know who the spy is of Kronos, and honestly, I was shocked. And I didn't remember this when I first read it, so it was really good, and it really still surprised me. So yeah, I'm gonna try to edit a video right now, so I'll catch folks later. Cool. Because I reread a number of pages of The Last Olympian written by Rick Riordan, it is now time for us to have the TBR Jar segment. Hooray! So, as you folks know, I pick my next reads, or my upcoming future reads, whatever you want to call it, from this jar, from this little case, whatever you want to call it. I call it TBR Jar. It's my term, so you had no choice. Anyway, so just like some other folks, yes, they picked their next reads from a TBR Jar, and I didn't know that that was really a thing. I've been doing this way before I even discovered BookTube. So let's now pick my next read. So I'm just going to shuffle first. Okay, shuffle. And let's see. I'm going to put this on top. And I'm going to look here at the viewfinder so that you would know that I am not looking below. So which one is going to be? Oops, there you go. So this one. Let's see what I picked. Oh, yeah. I'm going to read Eleanor and Park by Rainbow Rowell. So I'm thinking about if I will be doing a reread. No, not rereading, because it's the first time I'm going to be reading it. A reading vlog of Eleanor and Park. I'm going to think about it if I'm going to be doing a reading vlog for this one. We'll see. So another reading update. The Battle of the War with Kronos, for the meantime at least, is over. Glad that's kind of done. And that ceremony, that was just beautiful, with all the awards, and it was beautifully written. And one of the things that kind of like made me impact from the last pages that I read would have to be, again, the discussion of Percy and Hermes. Not sure how you pronounce it. Silly me. But anyway, their discussion, it's like, kind of made you contemplate on certain things, like, the love for the family, and like about destiny, and how sometimes some people kind of like take a different kind of path, not exactly a path that is acceptable. That's from what I'm getting, and I'm like thinking, like, is that what's happening right now in our society? Like with other folks, kind of like, or different perspectives, like people kind of like taking different paths, and for all we know, I hope that everything, whatever it is, will end in like salvaging or saving where we're at. And another thing that I kind of like read, which I observed, especially towards like these chapters that I read, is that somebody mentioned in one of a Titan's Curse reading vlog. Not sure if it was in a video or it was in the comment section, but I'm pretty sure that it is there. That it's kind of like the story has some is just focused on the consequences of the fathers. So yeah. And also to add, Calypso, we'll see what happens to her in the succeeding books. So just a little bit of a warning or spoiler. Yes, you will see Calypso again in the Heroes of the Olympus series. I'm a few pages done, so I'm just going to be doing my evening routine. Hopefully by tomorrow I get to finish reading or rereading The Last Olympian by Rick Riordan, and I will tell you my overall thoughts. So I'll just be doing my evening routine and catch folks later. Whoa. So I'm already done rereading The Last Olympian by Rick Riordan, and I must say that I really like how this series wrapped up. And it's kind of like, you never really know, if you're not really aware if there's going to be another like spin-off series. You'd be like, okay, I hope that it continues sometime soon, or it will be set, in another year and stuff. But yeah, I was trying to, like, when I reread this, I was also looking forward to how it is connected to the next story, although it wasn't like super, like it was given right away, but there is some sort if you would, read the succeeding books of the Heroes of the Olympus series. So yeah, and it's action packed, and typically I don't go for like, books or stories or reading about like what happened in a war or a battle. I'm more into it when I watch it, but reading it I don't normally do. Maybe this is one of the things that kind of like added in my reading tastes that I get to appreciate more now. So yeah, I enjoyed like how they were able to explain what was happening. The details were pretty good, and I'd say I'm not sure if a lot of folks agree with me on this, but I'd say that this is the best book in the series. I give this like 5 out of 5 stars. So yeah, although I really love the series overall, and it still is one of my favorite, book series. So overall, the series, like I said, I really loved it. Now, I'm glad that it wrapped really well. Like it wrapped perfectly. It wrapped like in an intense way. And one of the things I was thinking about rereading the series is that I wasn't exactly sure if I'm going to appreciate it the second time around. And I ended up like appreciating it a lot more. At first I was scared because I'm thinking like, oh, I read this when I was younger and maybe I had a mindset back then to appreciate. I don't know about now, but it appears that I still do. I still have the mindset of appreciating Percy Jackson, the Olympian series. And I must say that I appreciate it a lot more. Before when I was reading it, I found it was cute, kind of kiddie. Oh, Greek gods and goddesses. But every now and then I would stumble upon quotes that is like much more evident to how it is in, our lives, especially these days, by the time that I'm filming this or uploading this, it's very evident to our surroundings. And I guess one of the things that I suggest for, people who would like to read this book is that I think for like adults or probably for like late teens, it's okay to like binge read them. But if you're going to introduce a series to, let's say, a 12-year-old or an 11-year-old, I would suggest that they read the books per year, because like the first 3 books, especially the first 2, were kind of kiddie, like fun, adventures, like I guess that are kind of giving you kiddie vibes. The last 2, the Battle of the Labyrinth, especially the last Olympian, it's really intense. So I think, unless if the kid is really up for it, it might be overwhelming and kind of like other books in other series that you read the books in the series per year. Like for example, if there are 7 books in a year, it will take you like 7 years to like finish it, like a book per year, kind of like what I was doing when I was younger. But what I'm saying is like for Percy Jackson Olympians, if it's for like a younger reader, maybe you need to kind of like make them read it per year, kind of like going to school and taking their time reading it. And yeah, but yeah, overall I really love this. I still enjoy the series, still one of my favorites. So yeah. Ha. Ha. Feel free to comment down below your thoughts about The Last Olympian by Rick Riordan or the Percy Jackson the Olympian series by Rick Riordan. Feel free to share your thoughts down below in the comment section. So I guess that's about it. This is the last rereading vlog for the Percy Jackson the Olympians reread series. So if you folks like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Also click that subscribe button and hit that little bell icon somewhere down there to keep yourselves posted about my videos. I'll also be putting down the links and handles of my social media accounts, so feel free to check me out and follow me there as well. As always, thank you super much for watching. Let us keep in our minds and our hearts to be loving and kind and unleash the reader in you. Bye y'all.